Adventures. This is Aubrey here with Magical Adventures, and today I want to discuss something different than what I usually normally discuss on my channel. This is something that's been bothering me for quite some time when I watch other YouTubers on their videos and their things about when they go out and they finally can go out and they can socialize with other people. But this is something that I had on my mind, and I want to discuss a few things regarding this situation. So what we're going to go ahead and do, I'm here with my niece Joey Smith.
Hello.
And we're going to go ahead and go over a few things that we need to discuss, and we need to be on a safe measure, and we have to do things on a safety protocol, and the things that we really need to do as adults and grown folks. So we're going to go ahead and Joy's going to go ahead and discuss the first topic.
Right, our first topic is face masks in public. So obviously it's just common sense, especially right now, to be at least the slightest bit more sanitary by wearing a face mask, so you aren't breathing in everybody else's like oxygen, basically. Wearing face masks, especially when you're in large crowds, like if you're going to the movies, I don't know if those are going to be open anytime soon, but going to the store or going to the park or whatever, like just wearing them, especially if you're going to be around other people, it just should be common sense. You should just wear one just in case, to make sure that you're safe and you aren't putting anybody else in danger or at risk, if anything. So, I mean, it's not really, it's
pretty much something that's, that is necessary to do. Me and Joy are not saying you have to wear a face mask, but it's something that's
should be
safety measure.
Considered, yeah.
You don't have to, but it's a safety measure. You're the adult, and it's up to you to wear a facial mask in public, around large crowds. Common sense stuff, This year, we don't know about this virus, if it's gone or if it's not gone. They say that the sun's going to kill the virus. We don't know that for sure.
Exactly.
So we just have to be very cautious and, careful about wearing a face mask, according to, the CDC guidelines. But now it's in our hands, so we need to wear a mask, or up to you, your option, you don't have to wear one.
It's your life, so you basically do what you feel like you should do. On to the second topic. Oh, hand washing and hand sanitizer. Obviously, okay, this should be a must at home, public, or at work. Like, even like if you're at home, cleaning around the house, if you're touching things, at least just wash your hands, especially after you go to the bathroom, because there's some people that just don't feel like they need to wash their hands, and that's terrible. Like we should have been doing this years ago. If anything, we should have been washing our hands, being sanitary, and actually thinking about the things we're touching instead of having to worry about them now that there's an actual virus happening. Like, it shouldn't have taken us this long to realize how unsanitary we've been. Hand sanitizer, that as much as washing your hands is effective, if you're out in public and you don't have any means or any ways of being able to wash your hands after touching something, at least carry a small thing of hand sanitizer on you. It won't hurt, just to just rub it on your hands and disinfect before you go anywhere, especially if you're opening doors and that a lot of people go into a certain area or go into a certain restaurant at a time. Just make sure that you at least keep something on you in order to keep your hands clean, so you don't touch your face and accidentally get yourself sick because you're using your hands too much. So, especially at theme parks. Theme parks, I know right now,
some theme parks are reopening. So,
some are opening, like Disneyland's reopening.
No, it's not.
They're not?
No, not yet. Disneyland is not open yet. It's only in Florida.
Oh, yeah, Florida.
Okay, sorry, you guys. The theme parks are not, some are reopening very soon in Florida. Disneyland is not open yet. They are still making decisions on reopening at this time. But the Disney Springs is open. Legoland will be opening very soon, in like a couple of weeks. There is a theme park in Florida that is reopening. Now, like Joy said, she was discussing theme parks. That hand sanitation and hand washing is very important, because I believe some of these theme parks are limiting crowds. So You gotta wash your hands when you're touching those surfaces, the railings. Because now that some of these theme parks are opening, please be cautious regarding washing your hands. Not Legoland, I already mentioned that. It was Universal Studios is reopening, so please don't forget to wash your hands. They are going to have these hand sanitizer stations at every kiosk.
Is
that right, kiosk?
Yeah, kiosk.
I don't know if I'm saying it right. Yeah. At every section of the park, they're going to have these hand sanitation touchless things that you can use during your stay at the park. So just use your judgment and make sure that you guys wash your hands and also use hand sanitizer if you don't have time to wash your hands, but try to make time to wash your hands.
Especially after, like, if you're at an amusement park and you get off of a ride and you are touching the railings, because sometimes you legitimately have to if there's a drop ride or if it's like a scary ride, big ride, you know. Just wash your hands, because a lot of people are going to be touching those things, especially if they're on a roller coaster or anything, you know, scary or big like that. So
that one, okay, so it's gonna we're gonna do this one, and it's not really open yet. This is the guidelines that might end up happening.
Right. So Magic Mountain.
Where she lives in
Santa Clarita.
Santa Clarita, but SoCal. She represents that side of the town, which is Orange County. Orange County is Anaheim. Orange County is not very far from Disneyland.
Yeah.
She represents the Santa Clarita area where Six Flags Magic Mountain is, and
this like Hurricane Harbor.
In Hurricane Harbor. She's on that side of town. I'm over here in Las Vegas, she's gonna go ahead and explain the Magic Mountain guidelines, what we think will happen at Six Flags, and what their guidelines will be. So Joy's going to go ahead and discuss that.
Yeah. So recently I've been planning on applying for Six Flags, and I've been planning on applying to work there for like the past couple of years. But I've finally been able to reach the point where I'm able to apply for a job. And as of right now, Six Flags is not opening their gates, as I've read on their website. They said that they're trying to take they're contemplating if they want to open their gates, but they're going to be taking things very, very slow. They're going to be going according to what Santa Clarita is going to be doing as far as opening their parks and opening their city and everything else. Kind of basically what LA is all going through at the same time. So they're going to be taking things very, very slow when it comes to opening back their theme park. I'm pretty sure they're going to be limiting capacity of people that are able to go into the park, because I mean, there's legitimately a lot of people, thousands of people that go into Six Flags a day, including tourists, including people that live in the neighborhood, people that live nearby that like to go there. Like, I love going there. It's very fun. But it's not as big as Six Flags, not Six Flags, Disneyland, but like it's still as big. So of course they're still contemplating on what they're going to do as far as like being able to open their parks. Social distancing at Six Flags, I'm interested to see how that's going to work. Like, I don't know if they're going to be having the whole 6 feet apart, like spacing between everybody.
They will. Yep, they will. Wow. They have to follow that guideline now, according to CDC guidelines. They have to do the social distancing thing, the 6 feet apart thing. They're going to have their tape measures of 6 feet apart. There's a lot of roller coasters at Six Flags Magic Mountain. There's a ton. Like she said, is widely spread.
Yes.
So everybody's not going to just stick to one roller coaster. That's the popular one. There's other roller coasters around the theme park that you can go to. And like Joey said, I don't know if you mentioned the limit. The
capacity.
The limited crowd. It's not going to be a lot of people anyway. So a lot of people will probably end up still staying home. And of course, during opening day at Six Flags, I'm sure it's going to be a few people going. Especially some YouTubers will end up going probably for the first day. Don't know, but there is going to be social distancing guidelines at the theme park when they reopen at Six Flags. The hand washing, which Joy's going to explain at Six Flags.
Hand washing, of course, is always going to be. There's big rides at Six Flags, and I'm pretty sure we all know that. Drop of Doom, Twisted Colossus, all those big rides, Goliath, you're going to be holding on the handrails whether you believe it or not, unless you're one of those free riders that have their hands up on the rides. I'm not that bold to do that. But especially, like, my biggest thing is, especially when you get off of the rides, make sure you at least wash your hands or put on hand sanitizer, because there's about a good couple 100,000 of people a day that will go on that same ride and touch the same railing that you're touching. So be sure not to, like, touch your face or anything while you're on the ride, even though it seems kind of inevitable because we do that anyways. But yeah, hand washing, just make sure you do it. Stay on your toes, you know, like, it sucks because, like, before then, we didn't have to worry about this. We didn't have to worry about standing too close to someone, or if like someone coughed, we didn't have to worry about freaking out because we don't know if they're sick or anything. And it's just like, it shouldn't have to be like that. But I guess now that we realize that it's dangerous and it's actually taking people's lives, I guess that it had to happen one way or another. And I wonder what's gonna happen when, you know, a couple months pass after everything's lifted. You know, is life gonna go back the same? You know, are we gonna still have to worry about 6 feet apart and social distancing? Like, because before then we weren't worrying about it. So what's gonna happen in the future? Like,
yeah, so
is it gonna be permanent?
Yeah. But on that note, we're going to go ahead and discuss other topics that I do want to discuss. We're going to go ahead and discuss something that has been noticeable when I usually watch a lot of my YouTubers. I watch a lot of YouTubers on YouTube that I like watching. I will not mention the names of the YouTubers at all. But some of these YouTubers go on live chats. They do a lot of live chats. And on one of the YouTube channels of one of the YouTubers I did watch, one of the chats were a question that was asked when there was a group of YouTubers that went out to a park and they were actually, you know, for the very first time brought together, and they're huge YouTuber friends that's been friends for quite some time, and they were at a park, a theme park, not going to mention the theme park, that they were at, and they were, you know, doing takeout, and they were all together in a group, and they have not seen each other for, what, 3 months it was?
Wow,
that we were in quarantine?
3 months. Yeah.
3 months, and then from a live chat, someone stated that, well, you weren't even 6 feet apart. And it kind of was very disturbing to the YouTuber, and he commented back and let the person know that it doesn't matter about being 6 feet apart. They knew each other. They know the protocol. Were all safe, and they all know each other. They are not going to catch anything. You know, we don't know, but unfortunately, I feel that that was something that was their call, and they wouldn't have came together if that was a situation. They wouldn't have done it in the first place if something was wrong. But I'm glad they did come together, and to see that was a miracle. To see a group that came together to reunite, that hadn't seen each other for 3 months being quarantined. But like I said, it doesn't matter about being 6 feet apart. I'm sure it does matter to a few of you guys, but
as long as you know each other and you're, like, at least keeping in touch with each other's health and, you know, making sure that you guys are sanitary enough, it really shouldn't matter.
Yeah, I know. It's something that, you know, shouldn't be brought up in a live chat. You know, it's just basically they know each other, they know what they're doing, they're all grown adults, and like we are, you know, they had masks on. Some of them did, some of them didn't, but what difference does it make?
It's their choice.
It's their choice, and I'm glad that they did reunite. I'm very proud that they reunited together, and they came together as one. And that was something that was very, very good and cool about what I had witnessed. The next topic that I also want to discuss is President Donald Trump. Now, he made a statement that he will not close the U.S. at all this entire coming months. He will not close it anymore. Everything will be reopened, and he will not close. The state of the U.S. will be open. He is not closing nothing down. You guys can look that up on CNN, CNBC, or YouTube, of what his statement was. That if somebody catches the coronavirus, no stores, no shops, no malls, no theme parks will not be closed. If somebody catches it, that's their responsibility to take care of themselves. But President Trump said he will not close the U.S. anymore.
I mean, it make kind of
in the coming months.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense because economically speaking, like when there's little to no business going on in shops, in stores, we've seen it on the news. A lot of mom and pop shops, a lot of restaurants have had to close down because there's been little to no clientele in their stores, so therefore they're not getting any profit because they're not making any money. So, and that money is supposed to be going to the government, and when the government's not getting that money, it's kind of putting us in a situation of crisis. And like, it makes sense for him to say, like, we're not going to be closing it down because we need the money and we need to keep that flow of, money circulating throughout the country. But
and I kind of get Mr. Trump's word that, we have been getting money from the government, trillions of dollars. That's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
To the U.S. And having to go through this again and having to close all the business, Trump is not doing that no more, because that's a lot of money that he had to put out and give out to entire world of the U.S., the United States, during the pandemic and during the whole entire crisis, which was a good thing from Trump. I wasn't expecting to get no $1,200 stimulus check. I thought that was very kind and generous, and of him to at least do that to give us money. But other than that, having to shut down everything again if somebody does catch the coronavirus after this whole thing, kind of slides through, and it picks up again throughout the coming months of the fall or the summer. After the fall or the summer, he will not shut nothing down, unfortunately, which is a good thing, I guess.
Reasonable, yeah.
I know a lot of y'all don't like Trump, and I'm not too much of a fan of myself, but he's the president and he gets to call the shots at this point. All right, so another topic that I wanted to discuss that was a little bit disturbing was another YouTuber that I watch all the time. I'm very likable of this YouTuber. There was another comment from one of his live chats that stated that, that stated that he was asked, is it safe for everybody to actually visit the theme parks right now when they do reopen? And the question to that, because the person on his live chat said it twice, and he did respond to that question. And is it safe to go back to the theme parks right now when they reopen? Yes, because I say yes because you have to understand that we've been quarantined for 3 months.
Yeah.
We have not got a chance to have fun in life, to be able to go out and go to theme parks and have rides. Because this is something that we love to do, is to be able to venture out and have fun and go out and enjoy ourselves. Now, if you, as a person that don't want to do that type of stuff, you are more than welcome to stay home and to be safe in your home. But for others, like I said and mentioned in the video before, that we are mature enough to make sure that we stay safe. We wear our facial masks like we're supposed to. We wash our hands. We stay 6 feet apart from others. And that's basically it. Who are you to say, to tell someone that
they can't
go out, or they have to, is it safe to go out to a theme park right now? That's not your place to say that to anyone on a live chat as a question. That's your decision on wanting to stay home and not go to the theme parks right now if and when they reopen. That is the person's decision on if they want to go to the theme park, and it's their responsibility as an adult to make sure that they are taking care of themselves. Now, my last and final topic that I'm going to go ahead and discuss is something that I want to touch base on, is that we're all human. We're all human. We can do whatever we want in life. And for anybody to tell someone that they can't do something, or you shouldn't do this, or you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't go here, you shouldn't go there, it's not safe right now, this is not safe right now, you need to do this, don't do that to people. It's not right, it's not okay. That's not your place. we are all human. We're all human beings that was born on this earth. We don't know the things that come, the things that are going to happen, but we're all human, and we are all responsible for our own actions.
We make our own decisions. And
we make our own decisions. We know what's going on. According to this situation right here with the pandemic, this coronavirus that has spread it throughout the entire nation, we now are aware of what to do, what we have to do, the situation that is at hand, and the responsibility that we need to take as human beings.
To make sure that it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, so we have to make sure that we take care of ourselves and to do what we need to do. But it's not your place to tell another person or anybody, you need to stay home, you shouldn't go out, it's not safe. No, it's our decision as grown adults to make sure that we keep ourselves safe. And that parents, for their own children, to make sure that they're safe. You guys are the parents and you guys are the adults of children that you guys know to keep your children distance apart, keep their facial masks on. They ain't gonna like the facial mask. But like I said, we're all human beings. We know what to do during this whole thing that we've gone through. It's a life lesson learned. This is something that is that's new to history, that I've never faced before. But like I said, it's something that we have to do as grown adults to make sure that we keep ourselves safe and protected, and you guys as parents, to keep your children safe and protected. Because we are all human beings, and we have to make our own decisions and our own plans and our own thoughts. Okay, so if you guys have any questions regarding what me and Joey had discussed on this channel, please comment down below. Send me an email at hatsketeers00@yahoo.com. Give me a comment. Let me know if you liked this video. Let me know if you didn't like this video. Give it a big thumbs up. If you did like the video, and I'm sure some of y'all might give it a big thumbs down, but I don't care. I said what I had to say. If you don't like it, oh well. I'm gonna say what I have to say according to what is going on right now. But other than that, thank you for watching the video. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. And it's been a roller coaster for everybody. It's been a really, really big roller coaster and a big leap for all of us throughout the entire nation. We are still getting through it. It's going to slowly surpass, but like I said, be safe, everybody. Take care of yourself. Wash your hands and use your brain. Common sense stuff. All right. Thank you for watching the video, and I will see you guys next time on Hatsketeers and Magical Adventures. Bye, everybody. Bye.